It said on my screen, it says it's being.
Yes, we're live now. Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, good. All right. Took us a little while this morning. We had a little difficulty. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to our online teaching. And you'll notice with me are all these men. This is the first time that we've had a group of men on the online teaching. And they're going to share with us today what this work with the Net of Light and learning from the Great Council of the Grandmothers is doing for them. Because I thought it's time that we heard from them, and it's a good opportunity for us. But before we start, like we always do, we'll call on the Net of Light to amp up this work that we do so it does the very most good for each of us and for all those who are going to tune into YouTube. So we think now of the radiant net of light like a great lighted fishing net covering the earth farther than your eyes can see, blanketing the earth from above, holding it from below, penetrating every part of our beloved planet with light, the grid lines that hold us steady, the ley lines, the sacred places on our earth, all the sacred beings who are here with us, many of them in physical form, many of them not in physical form, but very much with us now, especially during these times of change that we're living through. We call on this radiance of the net of light, and each of us takes our place on the net. Somewhere where two of those strands come together is a place that'll feel just right for you. So sit down there and breathe. And as you do, immediately the net of light breathes with you. Your heart is in sync with the one heart. The love flows into you, flows out from you, effortlessly moving into you, effortlessly moving out from you, blessing every part of yourself, going out, blessing everything in this world in which we live. With the net of light, there's no limitation of time or space. So as you receive this radiant love, you can know so does everyone. You provide an open door for healing, for blessing, for lifting, for millions of others. We cast the net of light now together, asking that it go out to the human family, to every child, every man, every woman, everywhere, that each receive whatever they most need. And in this casting, because there's no limit of time or space, this covers the whole planet, goes far out through the galaxy, far out throughout the cosmos. It also goes beyond what we think of as the boundaries of time, goes back into space, blessing all of the ancestors that have lived before us back in time, goes forward in time, blessing all those who will come after us. It is this great wave of loving blessing, and it's washing through you now, washing through me, washing through everyone. We ask that the human family receive everything that each of them needs. And now we ask this for the animal family, that every animal receive what they most need. We ask for the plants, that all the growing things receive what they most need. And we ask for the mineral kingdom, that they receive. We ask for the very elements of life itself, earth, air, fire, water, and ether or space. And we give our great thanks to these elements that support life, including the life in our own creation. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, and the space in which we live. Together we ask that all beings receive whatever they most need. And we ask, may everyone in all the worlds be happy. May everyone in all the worlds be happy. May everyone in all the worlds be happy. Oh, peace, peace, peace. Take just a moment to notice how your body feels as you sit there breathing, being your very own self in this moment of time and space, how you're feeling. The body is probably our very best teacher. It lets us know what's moving, what's stuck, what's opening, what's coming alive. And so now I'm going to introduce our speakers today, our sharers, really, because I've asked them to share whatever they want about what this work with the grandmothers with the Net of Light is doing for them. So we have John from Durango, California, and we have Paul from Houston, California, and we have Patrick from Scotland. We have Rick from Orange, California, and we have Michael from San Diego, California. A lot of Californians. So guys, some of you are single, some of you are married, some of you are heterosexual, some homosexual. We comprise quite a bit together of humanity here. And so I'd like you to talk a little bit. I'll have you speak, just when you're moved to, there's no order, but I'll kind of watch so that everybody gets a chance to speak. But I'd like one of you, whoever, actually, maybe Paul, because you've been with us the longest. Um, you've probably been with us 15 plus years now, coming to grandmother's gatherings, wherever we are. So Paul, maybe since you've had so much experience with this work, maybe share a little bit about what it's done for you and what it's doing for you.
Okay, thank you, Sharon. It hasn't really been that long. I know there are other men here longer than me here in this community, but I was first attracted and went to my first Net of Light gathering 7 years ago in 2018. And what attracted me was I was searching for um, more being in touch with my feminine aspects of myself. And I felt coming in that I was way out of balance. And so the grandmother's teachings and that first gathering was really a lot about that process and that quest for me. And so I've really learned a lot about my yin energy, um, and and it's also led to me getting to know more the divine masculine as well as the divine feminine, and that these energies are not in opposition to each other. They are complementary and part of a whole. And so this is what I'm learning is how to be a healing presence, how to be a divine um, instrument as a man in this world. And I've learned that in this community, which is almost all women, by being held in love by them and being in relationship with them, and also from the example of the few of my brothers here, as to how to be um, a real man in touch and um, in right relationship
Mm.
with myself and with others. And if yin and yang would be oppositional to each other, then I'd be in opposition to myself internally, and I would be in competition externally with women. And that is, I think, the state of affairs very much for men who are not in touch with their whole self. And so this is much of what I have learned and continue to learn from the grandmothers and from this community.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Paul. It's made you feel more, sounds like it's made you feel more fully yourself.
Definitely, and it's also given me clarity of purpose. Um, to hold steady in these times of difficulty as a source of light and love, and just being myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And I've seen that. And I salute you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for starting us. Hmm. So who'd
Well,
like to?
I'll go next. I have so much going on. I'm not sure where to start, but I think what came to me just a moment ago when you were doing the meditation is I am beloved. And that I used to have a sort of a mantra that said, may I feel loved, may I know I'm held in love, may I know that love is my true nature. And I had that because I knew I was feeling the lack of that. And sometimes I'd have an experience of that, but it was, I think, more in some ways a mental knowing. And as I've immersed myself in the grandmothers, I have so often had the felt experience of being loved and coming into presence. I had an experience just the other day where I was feeling distressed. It was on Friday, and I'm not even sure what it was, but no doubt it was the mind doing something. And I just, I kind of paused. I didn't even sit down, but I just had this turning towards and turning back to the source where I felt I felt presence. And now I felt it was just amazing. It was like a switch had been turned. It was like rebooting. I suddenly felt connected. My eyes were seeing the world differently. I was out running errands and everyone, I was full of love and joy. And that's what the grandmothers do for me time and again is coming back to and remembering. I think remembering because it's so easy to get lost and forget these things. So I'm so grateful for the grandmothers and for this way of remembrance. And I a long time ago when I first, even before I started going to gatherings and Katie was a part of it, I took the first book and I copied all of these quotes in a little book, and I keep returning to those because they're so powerful and wise and simple and from the heart. And I just receive so much inspiration from them.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you.
Maybe if I could speak as well then. I like that part where you were speaking about the remembering. I think from my perspective, I came to the net of light from a long period of darkness in my life, And when I was coming out of that, I found this net of light. And when I heard about the net of light, it was as if I had always sort of known it was there, and that I knew my place to be, a pinpoint on this net, a point of light. And but the remembrance was, I think it comes, it's like we all have this light within us, and then at some time in our life you have this remembering, and then everything starts to flow from that. If everything flows in a different way. And the more that I remembered about the net of light, and remember, like, you forget, and then you remember, and you forget, and you remember, the more that I do it, then the more I feel presence, and that I feel that I'm more likely to follow my intuition and my gut feelings. Um, yeah, and like, I'll just step above what my actual mind is saying, and just step above that into the love and into the light. So
Mm,
that's, yeah.
mm. That'll do. That'll do. Thank you, Patrick.
Mm.
Mm. John, you want to speak?
I sure do. Um, First of all, thank you, Sharon, and everybody involved for having me here. I really appreciate this. Um, I after my wife, um, I really love and appreciate sacred spaces, sacred times, um, sacred people, sacred places, that sort of thing. I just have grown to really to love that tone in that sacred space. And Anita and I have always we've been married 53 years. And we've always supported and respected each other and allowing each to do what needs to be done for themselves. And so somehow it may have come from my parents. My father had a high respect for my mother, and I know I gained that from him. So I honor that. Uh, I've always supported what Anita needs to do. And so when she connected with the grandmothers, I said, well, um, I'll support that. I'll I'll uh, I actually love that, that she found something that really grabbed her, that really resonated with her. And so, from what I've been able to experience in my life, I know that I can provide a surround for that. I can hold that, you might say, and and keep it close so that she can do what she needs to do. Uh, and so it's almost as if one thing led to another, and I read a little bit in some of the grandmother's books, and realized that I really resonate with this. I've been on this spiritual path for 50, 60 years, and I just there's a tone I think that sounds when you know that you're in that space, in that sacred space, uh, that just it's a place I want to be. And so I really resonated with the writings and the teachings of the grandmothers. And so one thing kind of just kept leading to another, and I attended a few get-togethers, and found that this sort of rounded me out as well. That it is, as you said, another connection to source. And I think when we experience that, when I experience that, I know it. It isn't something that I need to analyze or try to figure out in any way. It's just there's a tone, there's a vibrational kind of atmosphere that we just kind of know. You know it when you're in that. And so I've found that what I do is I magnify that. In other words, live that as much as I can live that until it becomes almost first nature in a sense, whatever that may be that I resonate with. So I've really found that connecting with the net of light, which is universal. I mean, it's the law of the universe here that there's this net of light, there's this web, this cosmic web that connects us all. And so, kind of holding that in my own consciousness connects me with everyone, connects me with all of you. And so I just have found that just kind of feeds me. It feeds my soul. And so it's this love connection with everybody that I believe is at our core. It's at the deepest level of who we are, is to know this love, and to magnify that love in everyone, in every situation. So that's really been my connection. Is it just fits so well, and I know that I have something that I can provide of a divine masculine, you might say, into what we all need to become more familiar with. This this, as you said, this harmonic atmosphere that we're all in this together, and when we all support each other in what we love to do at the deepest level, it becomes reality. It becomes our life and our reality. So that's why I just love being part of what Anita does and what you all do, because it feeds my soul, and I just kind of love I love to be in that atmosphere.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Michael, it's your turn now. You're the newest one. You're the
I'm
come
pretty
most
new.
recently.
Yeah, I'm just finishing book 4. And I've been really welcomed by Sharon and Paul, and I've been really welcomed by John and Rick's wives. So you all picked really good partners because they've been amazing. And I don't know you yet, Patrick, so I'm sure you're amazing too. I've been on a spiritual path probably like 50 years. I had a female um, spiritual director for 13 years until she died 2 years ago. So I'm used to being guided by wise women. It's not a new thing for me. My neighbor gave me the first book a couple months ago, and she said, "I think you're ready for this." And I thought, what the hell does that mean? But I said, thank you. And, I looked at it and I was like, oh, I don't know, about this book. So I put it down for a few days. And when I picked it up, I started reading it. And my first thought was, this is my way out of prison, out of Yang prison. I was raised in Ohio on a farm, very Yang, very traditional, very conservative, very hardworking. But any piece of yin that I had was just crushed, stomped on, and pounded into the mud like, no, 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 no. There's no room for that here. So I just thought there's no room for that in this life. And then being gay made it even more challenging to not have room for that yin. So these books have been my way out of prison. Because if I don't have to be a certain way, if I don't have to be a certain kind of man, then I can be myself. And I don't even know who that is. But I'm really looking forward to finding out, And every day is different. Some days it's like, there needs to be some yang decisions. And other days it's like, oh no, there needs to be some yin acceptance. And it's just an adventure. So I'm really grateful And I've been going to a few Zoom meetings, and every Zoom meeting I go to, there's no competition. No one's trying to like outdo anybody. And I'm like, wow, these are really different from other groups I've been in, where it's like, oh, well, I read better than you, and you missed a word, and blah, 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 you know? So I'm really pleased to be part of this group, and the Net of Light and the grandmothers are so powerful. When I do remember to tune in, it really shifts things. It just shifts things. And I let go of control. I got a haircut yesterday, and I did not get the haircut I asked for, but I got the haircut that the grandmothers wanted me to have. And so when instead of leaving my hair this long, he left it this long, I was like, grandmothers, this is not what I wanted. And the grandmother said, oh, but this is what we wanted for you. So I said, okay, that's fine. And it just accepting that it didn't turn out the way I wanted, but it turned out just fine. It's fine, you know? So thank you for letting me be here with this wonderful group of people.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. You, all of you said a whole lot of truth. Just you laid it out in all of your ways. I love to be here with you and listening and learning and watching you in response to one another. It's very heart-filling. So let's just take a minute and let our hearts fill. You've just gotten to know some men that, and me too, a little bit more. And I've just gotten to know you a little bit more. And there's so many gifts in the atmosphere here. There's so much gold in these hills. So we can take it in. We're allowed, because we really are here to enrich each other, to really bless each other by being ourselves together. So just let that kind of filter in and comfort you and settle in and hold you, and just let yourself be held in that space of, wow, I am myself and I can be myself. In fact, I'm asked to be myself as I am. And just notice how that feels as that starts to resonate, and you begin to say, yes, this is for me. I want this. This is my path, my life, to be me and to discover that. And then I'd just like to hear, from a couple of you, whatever you feel, especially what you feel physically, emotionally, in this body, mind, organism you're living in, as you entertain this thought of, oh, yes, I say yes. And there's no order, so just speak whenever you have something that you
I guess something else. Yeah, I just want to say that in the last several years, I've felt that a lot needs to change, and realizing that a lot needed to change in me, as well as in this outer world we live in. We can see that for sure. So I recognize that, and when I touched in with what the grandmothers brought, right away I realized that there's this rising up of the feminine, you might say, and it's perfect. This is what needed to happen, and sort of everything in my life that led up to that tells me that this is the time for that to really be felt in the earth as well as in the heaven, you might say. So I feel real strongly about that, and it isn't just the rising up of the feminine, it's the masculine in whatever way accommodating that and complementing that. And so that's just been a powerful feeling in me to to provide what I can do to allow this to really take shape in the earth right now.
Good.
I uh, uh, thank you for your words, John. I completely resonate with what you just shared. And as far as what I'm feeling, I'm feeling joy. Uh, Absolutely, joy rising up, bursting forth, and showering everything. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm feeling sort of all a tingle. I feel all bright and sparkly and so lucky to be alive at this time to be taking this all in. And it's so enriching and so it's just so wonderful. So wonderful. I feel wonderful.
Mm.
Thank
Mm. Mm.
I feel very wrapped in a cloak, a circle of love and safety.
you.
And a lot of times when I'm reading the books, I feel like I'm literally in this cocoon, like I'm wearing a blanket, but it's not really a blanket. It's just, I feel safe. I guess safe is the main word.
Mm.
And I feel very, very blessed to be here and to be among this and be part of this. And I can feel the blessing just rising up within me and and just wanting to pour out, you know? It's, yeah.
Ooh, it is so wonderful to hear you. Michael, I don't think have you received the cloak of comfort?
I did from Rick's wife, from Katie.
From Katie, okay,
Right.
good, good, good. Sometime when you're together with us physically, we'll do it. We'll do it in physical form too, because it's
Okay.
beautiful. You were describing it. That's what you were just describing. You're saying
Oh,
feel wrapped like that. You were getting it again and again and again. The grandmothers do that. They cover us. Uh, for women, they cover us with that caul,
all
over the
right.
head. For men, it's the same fabric, but they call it the cloak of comfort. Patrick, I don't think you've had it.
No.
No, because you're over there and well, we'll do that with you for sure. Yes, because it's lovely. For men, it's from the shoulders, and then we wrap them in this way. So I have an idea. I'm going to just sing this quick little song that has to do with what you were describing. And then I'll just pull a scarf out of the door. And Patrick, together, we will all pass on the cloak of comfort to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the grandmothers pass the empowerment onto women and the cloak of comfort onto men. They're basically the same thing, but a little different, as they used to say in Thailand. Same, but different. They cover the woman completely with this cloak, a caul, because she's supposed to be 100% or almost 100%, say 80 to 100% yin. And she's a vessel of yin for everything that lives. A man is supposed to be mostly yang. That's his nature. But he needs to be held in that energy of yin. So he's confirmed in his manhood and strengthened and enabled to be a pillar for the all of society. So that's what that is. But the little song I was going to sing just came up. From the heavens to the earth to the hearts of women, to the hands and the heads of men. From the heavens to the earth, from the earth to the hearts of women, to the hands and the heads of men. So while I get that scarf, just think about that. Think about how that resonates in you, a man. Okay. Okay, Patrick, I'm just got this scarf so that you can see how it's going to be when we're able to get our actual hands on you. So this is a big, big scarf. And what we do with a man is we cover him. I'll cover myself like we're gonna, like you're gonna imagine covering you, Patrick. So you might, yeah, there's your eyes open. I cover you from the shoulders on down with this scarf. Okay. So basically, I'm going to speak this, and we're doing it on Zoom, so we can't touch you physically, but we can touch you with our the radar that's coming out of our hands. And so when I put this scarf around you, we're all going to come in and touch you as we talk you through receiving this cloak of comfort. Is that okay with you?
It's lovely and so unexpected. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So, Patrick, the grandmothers say that no one comes to this work unless we call them. So, you've been called. And they say that once you receive this gift of empowerment, which is what the cloak gives you, you have it forevermore. And you, in turn, can pass this on to others as well. So you might want to go to a thrift store and get a nice big scarf so that you're ready. And in Scotland, it could be any weight at all. Here, it's too hot, so we have a silky one. Okay. So here we are together. And Patrick, I'm now going to cover you with this scarf as the grandmothers cover you with the cloak of comfort. And I place this around your shoulders and cover you with it. And then we all come in, each of us, and we place our hands on you. And that enables us to participate and be part of this giving. And we get the joy of having this giving run through us to you. And instantly you begin to receive what's always been yours. This begins to awaken you to the beauty power within yourself. And you begin to bloom as the flower that you've always been and always will be. And I have to tell you, it was so dear. As we started this, the dog came upstairs and his part is right here with me, with you. So every breath you take brings this gift of the cloak of comfort deeper into your body, your mind, and your spirit. And you're receiving what's your very own. And just open to that now and let yourself receive. The grandmothers are happy to give. And every breath you take brings this gift of the cloak of comfort deeper into your body, mind, and spirit. And now, if there's anything your heart desires, if there's anything you want, or maybe have always wanted, Just inwardly ask for that now and don't hold back. Don't censor yourself. Because the grandmothers say we're happy to give. And we will give you whatever you're asking for, or we'll give you something better. So just let yourself receive, relax, receive, and know that every breath is bringing this gift deeper and deeper and deeper into you. And this will continue. This will go on and on and on. In a few minutes, we'll remove the scarf, but the cloak of comfort will stay with you always. And as they hold you through our voices, they sing to you, "Oh, how we love you, Patrick. Oh, how we love you. Oh, how we love you, Patrick. Oh, how we love you." And when the grandmothers say, "Oh, how we love you," they mean that. So you can call on them anytime you want them. They're happy. They're on call 24/7. And they say, if you want to make us really happy, call us 1,000 times a day. So, Patrick, welcome back. And how do you feel?
Feel lovely and cozy. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh,
That is
you're
just
so welcome.
completely made my day. Thank you.
Ours too.
Yeah.
Ours too.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's important to remember that this is a great gift. This is why we don't ever charge money for the grandmother's work, for the Net of Light work, because it's priceless. And once you've received it, if you feel moved, you can offer it to others and pass it on to them as well. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're so welcome.
Yeah, thank you all.
All right. Well, this is a wonderful way to end our session. Thank you. Thank you so much, all of you men, you gentlemen, for being part of this, our first all-male online teaching. I don't think it'll be the last. Okay. So we'll say goodbye for now. And we'll be back with another online teaching on the first Sunday of, oh my gosh, it'll be September, the next one. Yeah. And just in case you don't know, you can come to these online teachings always the first Sunday, same time, same station. And you can go to the Global Net of Light Zooms, which is the fourth Tuesday morning, and then you can pick from so many Zoom meetings worldwide that are going on, and you'll always be welcome. Okay. Till next time.